Welcome in or welcome back. Today we're going to be reading book 7. Yeah, book 7. The book of Rites and Practices of the Two Worlds Path Scripture that I compiled with the assistance of AI. And at the end, we're going to do a quick pick a card. We're going to try. All right. So let's just jump into it. So the living transmission, grown over many seasons in many communities of the path. The same prayer offered again is not the same prayer. Repetition is not redundancy. It is the practice of returning, which is the practice at the heart of everything. Alright, I had to change the music because it was like too much. Okay. Too much for me while I'm trying to read this. Alright. Chapter 1, the daily practice of the walker, the morning tuning. Upon waking, before the demands of the day have fully arrived, the walker performs the morning tuning. It requires no tools, no ceremony space, no special posture beyond what the body can genuinely offer on this particular morning. The walker stands, sits, or lies with deliberate awareness of being in a body in Athon. 3 slow breaths are offered, not as technique, but as orientation. On the first breath, the walker turns their awareness toward Athon. I am in the world of form. I am in this body. I am in this day. I receive what this day brings. On the second breath, the walker turns their awareness toward Volunar. The eternal flame burns in me as it has always burned. I am of essence as I am of form. The limen is within me, and I walk consciously between worlds today. On the third breath, the walker turns their awareness to the limen itself, the place between. I stand at the threshold of this day, which has not yet been lived. I offer my attention to what is true. I am a walker. I do not forget. A spoken intention is then offered for the day, not a goal, not an achievement, but a quality of presence. Today, I will bring such and such quality to such and such. The quality is drawn from whichever gate work is currently most alive in the walker. The morning tuning takes as long as it takes. Some mornings it is 3 minutes. Some mornings it becomes a longer sitting. The form is the container. The presence within it is what matters. The evening return. At dusk or before sleep, the walker performs the evening return, a brief review of the day's crossings. The walker sits comfortably and passes the day's experience through 3 questions. Where did I meet Athon today? Naming one specific moment of concrete embodied Athon experience, a flavor? I just combined 2 words again. A flavor and a labor. A flavor, a physical labor, a conversation that landed in the body, a sensation of Athon's weight and realness. Oh, no, I heard something outside. Okay. This moment is named and received with gratitude. Where did I meet Volunar today? Name one specific moment of felt contact with essence. a flash of inexplicable knowing, a moment of beauty that opened the crown well, a quality of love that exceeded what the circumstance alone could generate. This moment is also named and received. A gratitude utterance is then offered, spoken aloud. I am grateful for specific thing received today. I release this day to the limen's keeping. Tomorrow I turn again. The evening return is the walker's daily deposit into the limen's record. A conscious act of noting what was learned in Athone and acknowledging the lunar thread that moved through the day's experience. Over time, this practice trains the walker to find both worlds in every ordinary day. Chapter 2, the gate recognition rite. When a walker becomes aware that they are standing before one of the 13 gates, when the characteristic signs of a gate's presence are unmistakable, i.e. a quality of pressure, of being asked to change something fundamental, of a trial that will not be resolved by ordinary means, the gate recognition rite is performed to formalize the acknowledgement and to ask the community for witness. The walker approaches a steward of at least the guide order in capitals. I guess in the next chapter we're going to be going over that. Yeah, the Book of Stewards. That's the last book. All right. I believe I am standing before a gate. I ask for witness. The steward responds, I hear you, walker. I will stand with you. Tell me what you see. The walker describes in their own words what they are experiencing, without being asked to name which gate it is, without being evaluated on the accuracy of their perception. The steward listens in genuine silence without offering interpretation until the walker has completed their telling. The steward then speaks the gate recognition affirmation. What you are standing before is real. The gate does not demand that you pass it today. It asks only that you acknowledge it is there. You have done that. I will walk beside you. The walker responds, I acknowledge the gate. I do not flee it. I ask the limen to record my standing here. The community, when informed of the walker's gate recognition with the walker's consent, my hair is like driving me nuts today. Okay. Holds the walker in witness, checking in without pressure, offering presence without pushing the door. The witness is the community's primary form of gate support. Chapter 3, the passage rite. The passage rite is performed when a walker has moved through a gate, when the seal has been given, the revelation received, and the walker knows themselves to be on the other side of the threshold. The knowing is the walker's own. It cannot be certified by another, only witnessed. The walker informs their witnessing steward, I believe I have passed through the gate I was standing before. The steward listens as the walker offers their testimony, a spoken account of what the trial was, what was released, and what was received. The steward witnesses without comment during the testimony. When the walker has completed it, the steward speaks, I have heard your testimony. I have witnessed your passage. The seal you carry now is yours, given by the limen, for it is the limen that seals. I confirm only what you know. In community ceremony, if the walker chooses to share the passage publicly, a symbolic marking of the seal is performed. The walker and the witnessing community choose a simple physical gesture or object that will represent this seal in the walker's life. A stone placed at the threshold of the walker's home, a mark of ink, a piece of cloth worn on the day of passage and kept thereafter. The choice is entirely the walker's. The community then offers the communal blessing. You passed through, the limen recorded the crossing. Carry the seal with honesty and without pride. It is yours because you walked it. It was always yours to walk. It was always yours to walk. We are glad you walked it. I don't know why I said because. I was like reading the previous sentence, 2 sentences before, where I have dyslexia. My brain just like scans a lot and it like jumps from like, now I'm jumping backwards in a sentence before. Usually it's like I jump forward a couple words and I'll combine 2 words, but now my brain's jumping backwards. That could be something significant for people. Maybe there's a message there for somebody with something. I don't know. Somebody's stuck in the past, somebody's time traveling, someone's jumping timelines. I don't know. Alright, chapter 4, the body mapping circle. Alright. The body mapping circle is the communal form of the individual body mapping practice from book 6. Sorry, this is book 7. It is led by a guide or holder and performed in groups of any size, though intimate groups of 6 to 12 are most conducive to the practice's depth. DEPTH. The walker's consent to participate is always voluntary and never implied by attendance. Alright, so the walker's consent, I'm like super itchy. Consent to participate is always voluntary and never implied by attendance. Opening prayer, the guide speaks. We gather in these bodies in Athon, knowing that each body in this circle is the walker's own sacred geography. We agree to attend to our regions without comparing. Okay. Without comparing, judging, or advising. What arises in this circle is held within this circle. We do not carry one another's sharing outside this space. We receive our own bodies speaking as information, not diagnosis. Let us begin. All right. The guide then leads the circle through the 7 regions from the earth anchor to the crown well, speaking in slow, unhurried invitation. It's kind of hard to like read this stuff if you're not familiar with like the concepts. It's like kind of, I guess, like the Bible. Like you gotta like understand all the concepts and remember them. And I basically created this whole thing, and I don't really. It's hard for me because I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like I don't really remember. Like, so yeah, definitely like, you know, if you're having a hard time remembering what these things are, it's definitely worth like, you know, going back and looking over them. I mean, the earth anchor and the crown wall is like, the earth anchor is like the root chakra basically. There's the creative root and then the root chakra. The creative root, I think, is more the Is it the sacral or the solar plexus? I always get them confused. The yellow, I think it's the yellow one. Whatever one's for creativity. Anyways, the earth anchor is basically the root chakra, and the crown wall is the crown chakra. So I guess that's really not that hard to understand, but I was just drawn to explain that because there are some things in here that, especially if you're listening to this for the first time and not any of the other ones, you should probably go back and listen to the other books, because you probably have no clue what I'm talking about, like Aethone and Velunar and all that. Aethone is just another word for earth, for the material world of form. And Aethone's the world of form, and Velunar is like heaven, or it's the undivided. So it's what we would call source consciousness. And the limen is the in-between, the liminal space. Okay, anyways. So the guide then leads the circle through the 7 regions from the earth anchor to the crown wall, speaking in slow, unhurried invitation. Bring your awareness to your feet and legs. The earth anchor. Notice what is there. There is no right answer. There is only what is present, and continuing with the 3 questions at each region. Walkers are never asked to share aloud. If sharing arises organically, it is received by the community in silence, not commented upon, not analyzed, not solved. The guide's response to anything offered is, "Thank you for bringing that." Closing prayer. What arose in our bodies today was ours to receive. We carry our own knowing. We release what is not ours to carry. This circle is complete. Chapter 5, the Renewal Vigil. The Renewal Vigil is held at least annually, ideally at an equinox. Ooh, we got an equinox coming up. Is it 3 days? 2 days. Today the 19th. Today's the 19th, so two days. The 21st. And unfolds over the course of a single night from sundown to dawn. It is the community's collective living renewal practice. Opening, sundown. The community gathers. The holder reads from Book 5, Chapter 2, the 3 stations of the reckoning. The community sits in silence for the duration of a slow reading of all 3 mirrors, receiving the text as an invitation to their own interior mirror work. No response is invited at this stage. First period, individual reflection. The community disperses to individual spaces within the vigil space or in private for a sustained period of silence and self-examination. Walkers are invited to write, to move, to sit, to weep, to pray as their interior experience requires. No performance is expected or welcomed. Second period, optional confessions. The community reassembles. The holder speaks. The community is now open to receive confessions of harm. No walker is obligated to confess aloud. The limen receives what is offered internally with the same completeness as what is spoken. Those who choose to speak may do so. Confessions are received in silence. The community does not respond with comfort, with absolution, or with comment. The response is a single communal utterance. We have heard you. The limen records the naming. Third period, restoration pledges. Walkers who have confessed may offer restoration pledges, specific commitments to action. These are also received in silence by the community and witnessed by the Accountability Council for follow-up. Dawn ceremony. The release. At the first light, the holder performs the release. This night we have seen ourselves. We have been willing to look. We have offered what we had to offer. The day now comes. We release it. We release into it what has been confessed. We do not release responsibility for restoration. We release the night's weight from our souls, that we may walk the new day with the clarity the vigil has given us. The limen has held everything. We continue walking. The community shares a meal together as the release ceremony concludes, the first communal act of the new season, eaten in grateful silence or in the gentle conversation of souls who have been through something together. Chapter 6, the Covenant Ceremony. The Covenant Ceremony is performed when a walker enters formal community covenant, committing to a sustained engagement with the community's life, practices, and mutual accountability. It is performed before the assembled community, witnessed by a holder. The walker speaks the covenant words, I, such and such name, a walker of the two worlds path, come of my own free will and in full knowledge of what I am choosing, to enter covenant with this community. I will walk the path with honesty. I will offer my gate work genuinely and not by performance. I will uphold the sovereignty charter for every walker in this community, including myself. I will speak truth when truth is required of me. I will remain open to the Accountability Council. I will carry the seals I have been given without pride and continue toward the seals I have not received, and continue toward the seals I have not yet received without despair. This is my covenant, freely made. May the limen record it. The holder responds, the community receives your covenant. We accept it, freely given, and hold it, freely held. You may depart this covenant at any time for any reason that is genuinely yours, without penalty to your standing on the path. The covenant is a bridge, not a cage. You are welcome here. The community offers the communal reception. Walk with us. We are glad of your walking. The covenant release ceremony for when a walker departs the community with integrity mirrors the covenant ceremony in its structure. The walker speaks the release words, acknowledging what the covenant has given and naming the ending. The holder responds, your covenant with this community is released. You carry the path wherever you go. We release you with gratitude for your walking among us and without claim on your future. The community responds, walk well, the limen knows the way. Chapter 7, the Threshold Rite, Death and Dying. The threshold rite is performed at the bedside of a dying walker in the hours when death is clearly approaching. A holder or guide leads the rite in the presence of those the dying walker has named as their company for the crossing. The reading, a passage from Book 1, Chapter 4, on the Limen, is read aloud, slowly as though each word is a hand placed gently on the dying walker's body. The attending community sits in complete stillness during the reading. The speaking of seals, each seal the dying walker carries is named aloud by the holder. You carry clear sight. You carry the unbreakable heart. You carry, etc. And so through every seal they have witnessed receiving. After each seal is named, the attending community speaks, carried, witnessed, recorded. The final body mapping. The holder guides a gentle body mapping meditation, spoken softly, beginning at the earth anchor. Dear walker, your feet have carried you through Athon. Let them now release their grip on the ground. You are safe to let go of Athon now. Moving upward through each region with language of gentle release until arriving at the crown well. And here at the crown well, the threshold is open. Volunar is near. The Limen knows your name. The eternal flame that has burned in you since the first divide is burning still, and it knows its own way home. The release. The attending community speaks together. Go, walker. The Limen receives you. Volunar is your home. We who remain in Athon will speak your seals aloud until we too cross over. Go without fear. The flame does not go out. For unexpected death, a posthumous version of the rite is held within the community within 7 days of the walker's passing. The structure mirrors the full rite spoken aloud into the community's gathered grief, with a holder speaking as though the walker can hear, because in the doctrines of the two worlds, as at the Limen, they may. Chapter 8, the Festival of the Two Worlds. Once each year, at an equinox, the precise equinox chosen by each community in accordance with their geographical season and communal discernment, the community of the path holds the Festival of the Two Worlds. The festival lasts 3 days and is structured as followed. Day 1, the Day of Athon, dedicated to the honoring of the world of form. Physical labor performed communally, the building, planting, repairing, creating of something that serves the community's practical needs. Communal feasting framed as sacred, each dish named as an expression of Athon's generosity, the shared table as an altar of the ordinary. In the evening, readings from Book 2, a selection of gates, Book 6, the body's map, and Book 7, the daily practices, are offered. Day 2, the Day of the Limen, a day of ceremony and transition. The ratification rite of the sovereignty charter is performed. The community holds a body mapping circle. In the afternoon, any walker who has passed a gate since the last festival offers their testimony to the assembled community. In the evening, the community sits in the renewal vigil, abbreviated to a single night sitting with an abbreviated structure if the full vigil was held separately in that season. Day 3, the Day of Volunar, a day of stillness, beauty, and the Volunar arts, music, contemplation, the reading of dreams and images, extended silence practices. The communal retelling of the cosmological origin myth from Book 1, told by the holder in the voice of one who was present, as though narrating from within the first divide itself, is the central ceremony of Day 3 and closes the festival. The community disperses at sunset, carrying the equinox's light into the new season. And that's it for book 7. So I'm like a little torn on how I feel about these, like this book. I feel like it's good for general, you know, because it's simple and, like, you know, I feel like a lot of people could utilize its practices easily, but like I do want to say I feel like they could use some adaptation, you know, anything in this book. That's one of the main things, is like, you know, you can adapt it to whatever your style is, okay? So like you wouldn't have to like say everything the exact way that's written in here, but like, you know, you could adapt it to your own style, and yeah, you don't have to be so reverent and kind of like boring or whatever, but solemnity, I can't say that word, hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Being solemn is important, and the gate work, the mirror work that's in here, I think is some seriously creme de la creme type shit that will help people. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't include, I asked when I did the parameters, I asked for it to include about the doctrine of the period of judgment and revolution with the Mercury retrograde, and it didn't include that, but it's on my website if you are interested in trying to follow this. The upcoming Mercury retrograde is on the I believe it begins on the 29th of this month. This is a way for it to come together as a collective and try to change the world and end corruption by uncorrupting ourselves and being true to what we want to what we want to see in the world, only supporting those things that we want to see in this world for this period, because it's extremely difficult to do that in a world that's set up in a way that counteracts how we want to live, and we're like forced to participate in it. We're essentially forced to participate in it, okay? So, you know, I think it's important as a collective to at least try to not follow that for a short period of time, and then that can get the energetic momentum going to get rid of these systems that suck, okay? All right, let's do a pick a card. All right, so pick a number between 1 through 3. Pause the video if you need a moment to decide, and I will see you at your reading. All right, pile 1. All right, pile number 1. We're going to start off with the 13th Gate Union of Two Worlds Oracle, and see what's going on with you. Where were you at on your path in the recent past? In the recent past, you were trying to force something. What were they trying to force, Spirit? Something involving expansion of your relationships. Possibly with a Aquarius. You were trying to force a connection. Yep. Crazy how that came out with that. Yeah, someone from the past, memory, repetition, unresolved past, haunting. Something from the past returns, seeking resolutions. Let the past return only to be resolved. Okay. What else? you need spiritual protection. So this person could be, you know, targeting you spiritually, or you could be returning to them because you're being manipulated spiritually. So Spirit's suggesting that you acquire some type of spiritual protection, okay? Yeah, it's some obsession in erotic bonding magic. Example, sexual fluids, red thread. Response, cold water ritual, Venus uncoupling. So look that up, how to do that, and definitely do that if this is your message, if this is resonating with you. Some obsession type of magic has been done here. I hate that shit, man. Oh my god, it drives me nuts. Sometimes, like, I felt that where, like, I have a crush on someone or whatever, and then all of a sudden I feel like this obsession energy, and I'm like, what is this? Like, this is awful. It feels like being choked or something. And I'm like, oh hell no. That's a no for me, dog. So, alright, so that's what you're doing within the past, but you're being restored, okay. You just need to do this uncoupling ritual, okay? What about your present? What's going on in your present? If you didn't, you know, do that, this is explaining why you're having this issue. In your present, you see yourself clearly, the mirror of identity. Authenticity, self-recognition, clarity of identity. Good for you. And then we got the shattered seal, the 12th gate. So you're pretty far along on your path here with this. Ego death, dissolution, surrender, upright surrender, shatter seal, or seal shattered, let the old self dissolve. Exactly. So this obsessive energy, now that you see that you were under some kind of spell work, don't identify with that obsessive energy. These warlocks and witches or whatever, kitchen witches and shit, they love sending off that obsessive energy, especially if it's somebody that they want. They'll attach some type of obsessive energy to them, so that anybody that that shows interest in them or likes them will act obsessive and give off an obsessive energy, and it will turn the person off. They do that on purpose. And you'll know, because, like, it's gonna feel uncomfortable for you. Some people, like, with obsessive energy, it's like they love that shit. Like, they're like all about it. I don't know. Like that movie Misery, like that chick is like willfully obsessed. Like she like justifies her obsessions, okay? There's a difference there. A parasite is still hidden. So yeah, you still got somebody messing with you. But your energy is protected. But yeah, see, like, somebody is masking what they truly look like. But this is actually saying that neutral clothing in hostile environments, masking your emotional state in unsafe company, using a gray rock strategy with narcissists. I'm not sure what a gray rock strategy is. I need to look that up. But you can look that up. Alright? A bond is weak or false. So yeah, whatever this obsessive energy is, whoever is the subject of it, who is the bond that's weak or false, Spirit? And Aquarius came up again. Yeah. Alright. So with this mirror key of identity, hold on. So weird, as I said that, the rubber band that's holding my little hair twist in place just popped, which is super weird, because it's like a brand new one that I only just put in like an hour ago. So that was just weird. So there's some kind of message there. Something coming undone, having to do with identity, and a silver key that reflects your face, but only your true one, not the persona you wear. Authenticity, self-recognition, clarity of identity. Real world use, dropping masks, being honest about needs, showing up as your real self. Mirror key, reveal me to myself. You see yourself clearly. I don't know really like what would be the message there in relation to what just happened to me. So for me, like me doing my hair like this, it helps me to not mess with my hair too much because it's not like going in my face while I'm doing the reading, and it keeps it like to where I think it looks decent. I look, somewhat put together. My hair's not like going all over, So there could be something there with some type of energy trying to make you come undone, how you present yourself. I mean, that makes sense with the possessed, the obsession energy. All right, but anyways, so this landed on this other deck, so I'm just gonna see what it has to say here. Horus the Avenger, keywords justice, retribution, restoration, and vigilance, meaning justice rises on swift wings. Expanded, Horus is the avenger of wrongs, the one who restores balance through precision rather than rage. When he appears, a situation requiring fairness, accountability, or righteous action is coming into alignment. Revert, and it's in the upright. So correspondences: Falcon, Sky, Kingship, Solar Vision, Invocation, Horus, let my sight be sharp and my actions just. So you got Horus energy coming in here to support you in dealing with this bullshit, okay? So that's awesome. Yeah, there's a corrupt gatekeeper involved. An authority figure misuses power. Exposure is imminent. Okay. Hold on. Alright, I think all I did was the past, right? I get so sidetracked so easy. So in the present, your energy is something important is hidden. We did have the parasites. A parasite is hidden. Something important is hidden. The archivist lock, a sealed book with your name on it. The pages unlock when you remember what you forgot. Meaning tests memory, alignment, and soul truth. Real world use, journaling, dream work, reconnecting with purpose. Something important is hidden regarding your purpose. An inheritance wound needs attention. Somebody might have done something to prevent you from getting something that you were supposed to inherit. Could be a gift, could be actual money, could be property, could be a position of authority. You see the truth beyond the surface here. What is this regarding spirits? What is this that's hidden? The North Node in Libra in the 9th house. Yeah, so partnerships it could be talking about, but I feel like it's more talking about like some type of authority with just in regards to justice. Yeah, like some type of work situation relative to like spirituality, teaching, harmony and balance to others. Yeah, so North Node Libra is lessons and rewards around themes of finding harmony, balance, and adjustment in personal relationships, separating your identity from the opinions of others, learning to hold strong opinions, and balancing the pleasures of life. You're meant to do that, perhaps, like I said, in the topics that I mentioned, or it could be somewhere a role where you're required to travel to do this, okay? All right, let's see what your future energy is entailing here. You got the Lion's Broken Lock. You're opening emotionally. So it's looking up that this curse or whatever spell work is going to be broken. You made the necessary cut. You figured out who was doing fucked up shit and you made the right choice. You made the necessary cut and now you need to take the wheel. Make sure you take the wheel. A captain steering a ship through storm and starlight, the wheel glows when held with conviction, meaning willpower, momentum, protection, real-world use, taking action, pushing forward, defending your path. Invocation, pilot, steady my course. So after you make this cut, it might be very difficult. It might make you feel like kind of helpless because maybe you're dependent on this person in some form or fashion. But Spirit is saying that you need to face the shadow and stop giving your power away. The timing is aligned. When the timing is aligned, when you finally take the wheel and steer, you will embody your power. Okay? So that's really important. You need to embody this North Node Libra energy and stay clear of whoever this Aquarius is. Could be tropically, could be Vedically. If it's Vedically, then tropically there would be a Pisces. So take it as it resonates for you, someone that's significant in your life, okay? That's the message I have for you. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Alright, pile number 2. What it do, pile number 2? Today we're going to see where you were recently on your... In the recent past, where were you on your path? And then where you're at in your present and where you're gonna be in the future. Oh my god, words. Like, okay, in the recent past, you needed a better plan. Something still controls you. You might be binded to some type of contract. What is this contract related to, spirits? An Aries in the second house. Pluto in Aries in the second house. Alright, so the contract that could have been controlling you is divination spying. Spirit is saying something involving scrying, dream watching, and trying to essentially control your own fate. And Spirit is saying that a destined moment approaches. In the ancient world, fate was not a cage, it was a thread woven through every choice. This card signals a moment where events align with uncanny precision, revealing a pattern that has been forming beneath your awareness. Invocation, let me walk the thread laid out for me. So Spirit's saying for you to, if you have been doing this or somebody else has been doing it, who has been doing this? Is it collective? Or if you are a Capricorn, tropically or Vedically, it is you that has been doing this. And if not, a Capricorn has been doing this to you, okay? Alright, what about the present? What's going on in the present, Spirit? True union is near. Wow, there you go. True union with who, Spirit? A Pisces. Could be tropically or Vedically. But you're lost. You're lost in it. Seek support. You're lost in the fold. True union is near, but you have some type of depression, grief, emotional numbness going on. The invocation is fold, reveal the path through through you. A vast shadow desert where monsters whispered the fears. So true union is near, so there's some type of spell work or something going on here. I mean, it's saying don't take any action, do nothing intentionally. So just kind of like feel your way through it and don't do anything foolish. A lot of times these depression energies, hopelessness, despair, it's like they say, you know, most of the car accidents happen when someone's like half an hour or closer to away from their destination. And that's because of some weird thing. I don't know why, but that could be what's going on here, is like your union's near and you're on the verge of giving up and Spirit's saying don't, because it's coming in really quickly for you. Okay, and stop like divination spying and freaking out about it. All right, anything else? A generational pattern is repeating. Break it. Yeah, so this might be a pattern in your family to give into despair and give up on your dreams and stuff. Spirit's asking you to break it, okay? Any advice for this on how to break this? Something with envy is going on here. Bitterness towards others' success. Hidden intelligence, disowned desire. So stop envying what other people have. So you might be either consciously or unconsciously envying whatever it is your dream is. This union is coming out. And Spirit's saying for you to do tantric desire mirroring. Embody the envied trait physically for 5 minutes. Yeah. So embody yourself. Google this if you want to learn more about it, but what I'm getting here is to embody having what you want, essentially. For 5 minutes in the mirror, okay? That might help you to actually bring it in and to release this like energy that's holding you back. Okay. All right. And what's going on in your future? You're facing the shadow. So you're going to do the shadow work. You see through the illusion. That's good. Awesome. So you're going to go through this. And the timing will be right. Or when the timing is right, you need to gather the information, the necessary information needed about a truth that you need, that a memory, remembering your purpose. Because somebody's trying to manipulate you in the future, or about somebody manipulating you. If you don't remember this, you're gonna go off your path, okay? So, what is this? First of all, who's gonna be trying to manipulate them? Gemini, potentially. And a Libra also came out. Could be Vedically, could be tropically. The Gemini could be you. The Libra could be you. Put the pieces where they fit, okay? And what is this purpose? The truth that they need to remember. We got Uranus in Libra in the 6th house. Something about relationship related to... Let me see. So Spirit's basically saying you just need to focus on your values and your purpose, and you're going to get this love that comes in. There is some type of relationship that's really important here that is coming in for you. Uranus brings unexpected blessings. We also got Jupiter energy, which is expansion, 5th house energy, and there's some type of plan the universe has for you. That's what this fate thread was talking about. Okay? So that's important here. But you need to stay true to your values and your purpose. Let's just see. Faith testing, the unseen forces guiding your journey. Yeah, do you need to just go with the flow here? Principles or morals that underpin a cultural group, maybe based on religion, tradition, philosophy, collective memory, and customs. Yeah, we had like the ancestor, I think, stuff come up. And a lot of the 9th house, Jupiter energy. So that's definitely something to consider with your values. Okay. I think that's pretty sufficient here. So basically just let go and let God or goddess, whatever you subscribe to, okay? That's the message, and I'll catch you next one. Bye! Alright, what it be? Pile number 3. Let's see what's going on for you. We're going to look at what happened, what was going on in your recent past, what's going on in your present, and what's going to be going on in your future. Alright, in your recent past, you were letting go of something. A true union is forming. You're remembering this. You see the drain. There's a parasite king. So there was a true union. It was being brought into your life, and then I feel like somebody did some like neuralizer type ish on you. Who's this parasite king? An Aquarius. Could be Vedically, could be tropically. And perhaps it made you like forget about it, but you ended up seeing the drain. Hopefully this is a confirmation for you. So you might have let go of this union, not realizing, and because you're being manipulated. Alright, what's going on in the, well, do you want to say anything about that? The reverse, the white crown. Imposter syndrome, abdication, misuse of authority. Somebody was misusing their authority. Who is this? A Virgo with Neptune. Yeah, Virgo. Could be tropically, could be Vedically with Neptune energy. So this card calls you to claim your authority, not through dominance, but through clarity, integrity, and self-possession. So this person was trying to control you and potentially get you to steer clear of this living union energy, okay? Alright, so I had to clarify because I think I just like worded stuff weird and my brain was scattered. So there's definitely some confusion energy going on here. So I asked for clarification, who's the union between, and it said a Taurus and a Libra. And then I asked who's the parasite king, and it said a Libra and a Virgo. So put the pieces where they fit to whoever's involved in your life, and whichever sign might be you, and they could be tropically or Vedically someone's sign. So keep that in mind. And just because Libra came up twice doesn't mean it's the same person. That wouldn't really make too much sense. I mean, it could, actually, but this person that is the parasite king could be your partner, but they're possessed. Spiritual access, reclaim sovereignty. Yeah. So the White Crown card was saying about sovereignty. So you might need to do some type of spell work to help reverse somebody from doing this. They're trying to target your finances as well, okay? So after you do that, so right now it's saying you're grounded and clear, you know what you need to do, and after you do this in the future, your union is going to be activating, okay? So that is the message I have for you, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!